Okay, hello everyone. I shall swap the screen there. We are here once again for GRS, and today we are going to be racing around the Jeddah Corniche circuit, as for some reason I've paused the game. So, my average drive around a lap is Mitch Snape in the Alpine, so we'll jump on board and give you a rundown of the track as always, since, I don't know, it's just something I do everywhere. So this is the penultimate round of the season. We have a great title fight, 6 points separating Hugo Nelson and Lewis Pierce coming into this race, and well, it's going to be like Baku, a race of survival. I think for a lot of people, as we should have a few, one or two drivers joining maybe. The attendance rates haven't been great towards the end of the season, but hopefully we can improve that for next season. Anyways, on board with Mitch then. Then towards turn 1, braking at about 100 metres into 3rd gear. Drivers will probably go in 3rd or 4th, then through turn 2 and turn 3. And now into the rest of turn, sector 1, which is turns 4 to 12. Just taking it very carefully to start off here. As just about in the track limits now, actually pushing fair amount, as he's got away with one there, certainly. As always. What was I going to say? As always, this the stream's telling me that I've got no volume, or my voice isn't being picked up. I don't know if that's true. If anyone could let me know, that'd be helpful. As across the Sector 2 split, Mitch does a 1:03.2, meaning this time will probably be around the 1:30 mark. I know my sector times at Jeddah, I'm very clued up on those. Being the track I've probably raced at, well not raced at, I haven't really done many league races here, but that I've know the best from just practicing it. And well, let's see how Mitch does here. To the line, it's a 1:31.5. I was actually a bit off there, to be fair. Apparently I can't do maths. Anyways, continuing on, Hugo Nilsson next in the Alpine. Let's see how he does out the final corner and up to the line now. And it's a 28.9 from Hugo. Next is the Williams of Jordan Bailey, 28.7. So some good early lap times here. There we go, we got one of the drivers in of Clinton Augustin. I don't have him. I did say you can't see his name. That's fine. Anyways, Michael Knight, 29.9. And well, he's going to have some time to find on that. David Hoy, first time racing here. 47.8, maybe a mistake, or maybe 2 laps, you never know. Chetan Menda has invalidated. What about Stain Lagrange? In the Alfa Romeo, up to our line now, and it's looking like a 1:30 flat just behind Michael. Lewis Pierce will be next, and he goes to a 29.6. So, well, in the middle of everyone. Adam with a very similar middle sector, probably going to be about the same as Lewis. Lost a lot in the final sector, and it's a 1:30.6 actually. So everyone's pretty much done their first run. So go on board with Jeddah here. Let's see how the Ferrari's doing. So drops it down to 3rd, just feathering the throttle through, which is what you have to do at that corner, not to go into the wall. And then quick right-hander, easy to invalidate if you carry too much speed in very close with the wall. Maybe a little tap as there's a Mercedes in the wall. That might be David Hoy. As Jeddah continues onwards. And a similar middle sector to Adam. As decent through there, a little bit of oversteer, but managed to correct it. And fairly decent lap so far from the Ferrari into the final corner. Braking at about 85 metres, I'd say. Weirdly specific, but oh well. And now up to the line, tight line, as most people have in, and it's 30.9. Maybe Lewis's middle sector was a second quicker than Adams, and I can't read numbers. I think it was David who lost his front wing. Yeah, it was. So, first lap now for the McLaren of Clinton, who is also debuting here alongside David Hoyt. Heads into turn one, a little deep, but manages to correct it mid-corner, get it back onto the apex, and then quickly flicks it through turn 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm just in a counting. I'm just counting at this point. But yeah, there's a lot of corners, runs a bit wide and sort of lets off there. Whereas now heading into turn 13, one of the only ones I know. And carrying a nice bit of speed through there. And now into turn, I don't know, it's probably like 15 or 16 as he's just carried a bit too much speed into there and invalidated, but got plenty of time to go again, 10.5 minutes to be exact, so that is good. As Jeddah on another lap? I don't think so. Yeah, we have Jordan on an out lap here in the Williams. Currently the pole sitter, with a very nice time for 28.7 to start us off. I have a feeling I'm going to make a prediction of pole to be a 28, 2 or 3, I reckon. The track does like to ramp up quite a bit here. As well, there's a lot of corners over quite a short amount of time. And the track, especially in the high-speed corners, which is pretty much the whole track nearly, becomes a lot grippier, and yeah, you can really get some time in. As Clinton's going again in the McLaren, and very nice there. Just a bit wide, gets away with it though, and got away with that as well. Wanted to check the corner cut in. Although he got pinged, yeah, I don't know. The game's weird. That's the complete wrong settings. Rules and flags. Oh my. My whole qualifying of speaking, yeah, great. Brilliant. It was not on OBS. I don't know how I've not noticed that till now. I might have accidentally switched off at some point, to be fair, I don't know. I've probably done something stupid. As Jeddah trying to make a move on the McLaren of Clinton. They're going to go side by side here. It's going to be close between the two of them into this corner. And just not enough room for the two of them there. Jeddah has to go a bit wide. Don't worry, it happens to the worst of us, yeah. I think it's like the second time this season, but it's not bad. Sometimes I will forget stuff, but it's okay. Anyways, you actually get to hear me speaking now as the front three in DRS. Lewis Pierce just outside, but he's got 2 attempts to catch. Further behind, there's a massive fight going on here between Adam, Jeddah and Clinton as Mitch and Michael are into the pit lane. Have they got damage, or are they going for some interesting strategy? I don't know. Okay, no, Mitch is just pitting, no new front wing. But Michael is, as Jordan picks up a 3-second time penalty here. On lap 3 of the race, that's not what you want to be doing, but some grace ahead, and a lot of other people could also get penalties as these three are still going at it. Over 5th place at the moment is Jeddah trying to cut underneath, but the McLaren just parks it in the right place, and Adam's sort of keeping his distance here. Doesn't want to get too involved in this particular fight at the moment, as Jeddah's really pushing Clinton along here. Clinton's gonna use his one move there, first straight, and he's gonna force Jeddah the long way round again, and closer between the two of them. And Jeddah's going to stay alongside the McLaren, a little bit of contact with the wall, but I think he's got away with that one just about, as they're still going here, down towards the final corner, as Adam's going to try a move actually around the outside, and manages to get that one done on the Ferrari. So Adam, the one carrying the most speed into the final corner, and now he's looking for a move on the McLaren also. So he's picked his time smartly here, and he's going to go down the inside. Clinton leaving him just enough room there. As Adam runs a little wide, and he's going to compromise him getting a run there. Oh, that was close with contact with the wall, and I think someone's around that stain, but I don't think he's got damage. I think he just maybe overheated his tyres a bit, but he's going to be stuck behind these guys as Jeddah's had to go off track there, and a bit of a push on the McLaren. As Clinton looks to make a move on Adam, but doesn't quite get it. Jeddah really close to the back of Clinton there, a lot more confident through that particular corner. But the McLaren, I think, has compromised and gone for lower wings here for more straight line speed, it seems. Yeah, he's catching up to Adam a bit. Yeah, taking a lot of time now as soon as he's got DRS and shooting up to the back, but yeah, just not got the cornering ability there in the McLaren, and runs deep again on this particular lap. As at the front, Hugo just about getting into the DRS of Jordan Bailey as it's 3 wide nearly again, as these guys are relentless early on here at this in this race. As Adam looks to dive down the inside of the McLaren, bit deep there from Adam though, and well, he's still just about going to get the move done. But Clinton's not going to give this one up, I don't think. He's going to try on the inside, and yeah, they're really trying some unconventional moves here, and it's a bit of argy-bargy between all of them so far, as track limits are being interpreted differently by everyone, as Mitch and Michael also side by side here. Mitch just gets the exit to keep that position ahead of the Aston Martin, but maybe just want to let him through sticking the DRSs. They've both gone very close to the wall there. Hugo has just dropped out of Jordan's DRS here, actually. So Jordan seems to be settling into a rhythm quicker than the Alpine so far. Leading the race. As Clinton has also dropped off the back of Adam now. As again just runs a little deep into the corner. I think that's the second time this race, so it's probably his 2 warning cues there. I think the ones in Sector 1, he got pushed off track and also let off. Maybe one other time he's ran wide and being let off as well by the game. I don't know. As getting out of the battery, Clinton's almost out of the battery as well. But someone who isn't is Sen here in the Alfa Romeo. Just lurking on the back of these two now. Was running really well early on until the spin. But he's got all the time to make it back up. Or make that green back up, so we'll see how he does here as McLaren runs a bit wide. That's just going to allow Jitten to shoot up the inside there. He's going to struggle to keep that one in track limits, both of them have. As Stern here trying to dive down the inside maybe of the McLaren, but the space just isn't there for that move, I don't think. But he keeps going. He'll keep on going as Hugo has closed into the DRS of Jordan again. He's not going to get it here, but it looks like the Alpine's definitely got a lot more straight line speed. This is yellow flags. That's David Hoy in Sector 1. And that's our first safety car of the day here, 6 laps into this race. Feel bad for David. First race he gets to lose Jeddah. Same for Clinton, but you know what? They are just an unfortunate race to land on, really. But it's fine. Hopefully we'll see David back next week in Abu Dhabi for the final round of the season, where everything will be decided as Adam Jitten. Oh! Something's happened there. So we got a tyre in the pit lane and it's gone ramping over the Alfa Romeo's car. That's both our debut drivers for this race out. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure what's happened there. I saw Jitten drifted it into the pit lane. Maybe the McLaren wasn't expecting it. I think that's the only real explanation. As yeah, I'm not sure what's happened there. Would have loved to have seen it. Jetten's gone for softs here. So, an interesting strategy from the Ferrari. Maybe trying to make some places up now there. And, well, I think he's banking on the fact that the front three still are going to need to make a pit stop at some point. They can't live. You can make it about 16, 17 laps comfortably on mediums. Any further than that, it's a bit questionable whether or not you're going to be able to survive. And everyone's catching up to the safety car now. The 8 remaining drivers, or 8 of the drivers we've seen at most of the races this season, apart from Jitten, who had a break, and it's nice to see him back for this race. And currently sits P5. The only one on a different set of tyres to everyone else, as pretty much everyone's on hards. As I think the safety car might be out for another lap or 2 here, as Michael and Mitch have still got to catch up. I think I'll just take it careful not to smash the car to pieces under safety car. That would not be ideal. As Jitten comes into the pit lane, so maybe a mistake on the soft tyres, or no, he's swapping back to the hards. I believe he started on hards, or no, he didn't. He started on mediums. So maybe a mistake from the Ferrari, actually. I thought he started on the hards. And well, that explains, I guess, what's happened. Anyways, lap 8 of this race. And Jordan's the only one with a penalty at the moment. And I think Jordan's just going to be looking to build a gap here. Just keep the consistency going. He got an early penalty, which is easy to do here at Jeddah when you're not used to the hards with the heavy fuel load. It's easy to run wide and pick up warnings. But I'm sure we'll be looking to mitigate those errors from this point onwards, as the front three are going to be under a bit of pressure now. Everyone behind on fresher tyres, and they also still have to make a pit stop, so they're going to be wanting another safety. Oh my voice just cracked. They're going to be wanting another safety car, but at the same time for Jordan, it's an awkward situation, as he needs it at a point where he can pit for mediums and still build that gap. And I'm pretty sure, based off of how it's been so far, this is going to be fairly chaotic, the restart. Plenty of contacts early on in this race, but I think that might change as the safety car's in this lap now. A later call, but Mitch and Michael have just caught up, so we've still got plenty of time to the line, and Jordan's going to get us restarted here as everyone weaves to get the temperature into their tyres, or keep the temperature that they will have built in their tyres, shall I say. Look at that, a lovely sight. You can just see them all coming down the left side of the screen and out the final corner. Jordan's still going to... I think he's going to take this to the line. I think he knows Hugo's got the straight line speed on him, so he wants to minimise the distance before turn 1 and a bit of a snap. But he still managed to get underway here. Not too far ahead of Hugo. But it's a good enough gap for now with someone who is really close as Jitten Mender in the Ferrari, but not quite close enough, as Mitch has also dived a move on Michael. And just about got ahead. Michael runs a bit deep afterwards, and Jitten also under pressure here from the Alfa Romeo, as they've got a bit deep into that corner, as Adam just made a move on Lewis in sector 1. We've seen a few of them, but yeah, it's a very unconventional overtaking spot. As I'm trying to see if Lewis has got damage. No, the Aston Martin is running fine, so maybe just a mistake, as yeah, Jordan's really confident off the restart here. Maybe he's managed to get way more temperature than everyone else, but after sector 1 everyone else should have a good amount now. But yeah, the Williams is really pushing, using a fair bit of the battery as well, but you know what he's doing, what works for him at the moment, as Michael Knight moves up into 7th place here, as we get an amazing helicopter angle. So you know what, I'm going to use this to the best of its I'll use it while it's here, shall I say. Is everyone just heading around the sort of curve straight, I'll call it. Don't know if it counts as a corner, I doubt it does. But anyways, you continue onwards. The gaps are sort of separating, but as soon as DRS comes on, those people in the DRS range are really going to be getting the benefit. 3 DRS zones on the track, and obviously, well, they've changed from the previous game, although on the previous game, the reason they changed is because they were just wrong. Ooh, that goes from the Ferrari there. I heard a bit of contact with the wall, but I think it was just a minor scrape, and he's got lucky there as Mitch picks up a 3-second time penalty, and Michael's really trying to get past the Alpine here. And I just don't think he's quite close enough in the Aston Martin. Running the number 69, one of the most common numbers run. I'd love to see a statistic on that, as boy, Michael has so much more speed than Mitch there. And he's really looking to get past the Alpine here. I think it's going to happen. And yeah, he's got the battery on. And Mitch is leaving that gap for him if he wants to go for it. And he's just going to send it on the outside. Keeps it lovely, really nicely in track limits. I just completely lost all concept of formulating words together, as the Alfa Romeo of staying the Grange, also trying to challenge here, but he's had a bit of a half-hearted effort around the outside. Not able to get that one done as DRS is now enabled, so off we go. Mitch not using the battery. I don't think he wants to fight Michael this time round. So I'm going to shift my focus to this battle between Jeddah Mender and Lewis Pierce. Jeddah doing a good job in P5 and keeping up to the Aston Martin of Lewis Pierce. Lewis is just going to be looking to, he's not as confident at Jeddah, finish this race. And well, he'll be looking to get it as close as he can into the final race, as Staying Lagrange has had a bit of a crash there, it seems, as while we're in this phase waiting just for the DRS straights, let's have a look at the position changes. Adam and Jitten, the biggest gainers so far. Shane and Michael, the drivers losing the most places, but that is due to being bogged down at the back due to early contact. Here comes Jitten in the Ferrari. We know he's able to go side by side in this corner, and we know he likes an overtake there. As a bit of a moment on exit. Also didn't quite get back to open up the corner enough. However, off he goes in the Ferrari, but Lewis Pierce is looking to fight it back, but I think he's choosing the DRS on the next straight as Jitten's run very deep into the corner. However, gets a really nice exit from that. Sort of just going right up to the wall, then getting the power down. Uses his one defensive maneuver there. Keeps the Aston Martin behind, and I thought I disconnected there, but it's just a bit of lag. As Adam really on the back of Hugo here as well. Another battle that seems to be happening. Hugo just not looking as confident right now. Especially as someone like Jordan, who's absolutely flying at the front right now, and almost looks like nothing could stop him. Other than maybe an error from himself, as he does actually tap the wall a bit as I say that. And you know what? I'm going to move away so I don't give any sort of commentator's curse. And I think that's the best thing I can do is Adam. I can't see the Mercedes steering wheel. You know what? Give me the telemetry data. Real quick, 20% battery for the Mercedes. Also losing a bit of time in the straight, so Hugo's stuck a rocket ship in the back of the Alpine this week. There's actually no one getting the benefit of DRS right now. Somebody might be Stitten. Close that gap by half a second this lap. Loses a bit in the straights, but everywhere else he's looking good. And the two Aston Martins not too far behind him. So there we go, Adam's finally got a good bit of DRS and closes into Hugo. Now he just needs to try and stick with the Alpine, who is doing a fine job and just keeping it in track limits and doing what he needs to do for now. He doesn't need to win this race, he just needs to beat Lewis Pierce, and well, to win the championship he'd need to outscore him by 21 points. So Hugo would have to win and Lewis would have to not finish. Well, not finish a 90% race distance. As I think regardless, this one's going to go into the final race now, as Michael Knight has caught up to his teammate actually. Michael's on a recovery drive and he's doing a good job at it so far. Now in the DRS of his teammate, and these two have worked together really well so far this season, as Lewis just pulls over to the side and lets his teammate through, who is on the quicker tyres at the moment. And good coordination from the Aston Martin team, as Michael has got the pace to go and chase after Jitten Mender in the Ferrari now, as Adam still not quite close enough to Hugo to make a move yet. He's actually not saving up on battery either, so when he does get close, he's not not really going to have much to overtake with as Hugo picks up a 3-second time penalty. That could be quite important, I'm going to say. So that puts him on 3. I believe Jordan's got 3 and Mitch has got 6. Let's confirm on that, yes. So everyone's still running nicely in this race. Not seeing too many mistakes, really. And the whole field spread currently is 15 seconds after the safety car. So the driver's not going too far away from each other. This time the fastest lap is Michael Knight, who's absolutely destroyed anyone else's laps by almost a second. So definitely looking very quick at the moment as Hugo has a little scrape with the wall but gets away with that one. As Michael now has the Ferrari of Jeddah in his sights. And here he comes in the Aston Martin. Has a bit more battery as he sees Jedda's red lights flashing, as another move that's happening is staying getting past Mitch. As here comes Michael. I think he'll just wait on this straight and then use all the battery on the next straight, get past the Ferrari and shoot off into the distance as we've got a pit stop from Jordan Bailey. So the first driver into the pit lane this race. He's going to be swapping over to the medium tyres. So there goes Michael past Jeddah as well. And well, the Aston Martin next in his sights will be Adam. 3.5 seconds to catch. Can he do it? Well, we'll find out, won't we? We'll probably look to stick close here, but Michael's looking really pacey in that Aston Martin right now, and I think he's the only one comparing to the times of Jordan at the front. But he doesn't have much battery anymore. But as long as he just keeps extending that gap, and he's almost broke DRS there, and yeah, he just about has. And yeah, the Aston Martin looking confident. Taken 2 tenths for almost, well, 3 tenths now out of Adam in front of him. So he continues onwards as Jordan Bailey comes out the pits behind Mitch. One of the drivers going to the end of this race, so that just shows how much Jordan's been on it here. As he's going to try looking at a move, but he's not going to go for it. As Jordan's going to have to get a move on through the field. He's going to go to the outside of the Alpine here, as we see them heading now down towards the final corner, and she's just going to send this one around the outside and get a nice clean move up into 6th place. Did he get the DRS to defend with? No, he didn't, so Mitch is going to have a chance to come back at him as Jitten's into the pit lane. Maybe not thinking those hards can go to the end comfortably, and swaps over to the mediums, which he had 6 laps on, so they'll be on 15. Maybe that was damage. I didn't see if it was a front wing change or not, but it could have been. As Mitch stays behind Jordan, and Jordan's next target is staying in the Alfa Romeo. So I think he'll probably be looking to get past him this lap as well, as he's using a bit of the battery. Just having a test in the waters, shall we say, to see if the move is viable. As right now, the main question is, when is Hugo going to pit? Lewis and Jordan have, so he's the next one who needs to. As Lewis Pierce has some progress that he needs to make here. He's currently sitting about 11.6 seconds behind Jordan. My mic's gone on mute again. Hugo got second. Oh, come on, just copy and paste it properly. Third place went to staying in the Alfa Romeo. Fourth place went to, I believe, Michael Knight. Fifth to Lewis Pierce. And then obviously I'll fill this, I'll do the constructors later on. I just sort of want to know the gaps and what we can look at into the final race. So yeah, that gap is 14 points between those two. On count back, Lewis actually wins it. He's won more races this season. He's won 3 with those back-to-back wins at Kota and Britain, and then winning last time out in Baku as well. That's going to leave that 14-point gap, and it's going to make it very interesting. Going into the final few rounds, as Mitch scored a 9. I have a 9 that I can copy and paste, so I'm going to have to do it myself. No, I do. Okay. No. Mitch didn't score 9. Adam scored 8 and Mitch scored 7. No, Adam scored 9 and Mitch scored 8. No, see, oh my maths is terrible. Okay, so just having a look at point totals. 4 drivers into 100, but yeah, it's going to be a 14-point gap at the top then. 1 race to go. And well, we are going to see you all next week in Abu Dhabi then, where it's going to be, I'm sure, a very, very interesting race. As well, we have 2 drivers fighting for the championship there. So, thank you all for watching once again. Hopefully you enjoyed this race. I don't know when my mic was working at night. It's being stupid, OBS, but thank you all for watching.